Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has stated that there is no question of protecting anyone in connection with the honey trap case. Leader of the opposition R. Ashoka, Araga Janendra, MLA Sunil Kumar and Minister K.N. Rajanna raised the issue of the honey trap in the Assembly, demanding answers. They urged the dismissal of those responsible and insisted that the Chief Minister respond in the Assembly to uphold its dignity. They also called for a judicial inquiry. Responding to these demands, Chief Minister of the state Siddaramaiah reiterated that Home Minister G. Parameswara had already addressed the allegations made by ministers and SC/ST leader K.N. Rajanna. The Chief Minister said, and I'm going to quote him here, that once a complaint is filed, then an inquiry will be done. There is no question of saving anyone. Already, Home Minister Dr. G. Parameswara has ordered a high-level inquiry. Now, let's listen in to the reactions that have come in the honey trap row in this particular state.
ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳು ಮಾಜಿ ಶಾಸಕರುಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಈ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ವಿಚಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಮಗಳಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ತಡೆಯಾಜ್ಞೆಯನ್ನು ತಂದು ಅದು ಪ್ರಸಾರ ಆಗಬಾರದು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿಸುಮಾರು ಒಂದು 48 ಜನರ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಅಶ್ಲೀಲ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಏನು ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ಗಳನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಆ 48 ಸರಿಸುಮಾರು 48, ಇನ್ನೂ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಮುಖಂಡರುಗಳದ್ದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇತರೆ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳದ್ದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾವೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳು ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಗೂ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಾಗೆ ಆ ನಾಯಕರುಗಳ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಹಿನ್ನೆಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರ ಗಮನಕ್ಕೆ ತಂದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒತ್ತಾಯವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ತೇಜೋವಧೆ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಶೋಭೆ ತರೋದು. ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರೇ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಕ್ಷದವರು ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿ, ಆ ರೀತಿಯ ತೇಜೋವಧೆ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳೇನಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ್ಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು.
कोशिश किया है मगर कामयाब नहीं हुआ है. ये पहली बार नहीं है कर्नाटक में, 20 साल से हो रहा है. हर पार्टी का इसका विक्टिम है. बीजेपी, जेडीएस, कांग्रेस, ऑफिशियल्स, सीनियर पॉलिटिशियन सब लोग इसके विक्टिम है. इसके लिए हमने मांग किया इसका एक कंप्लीट होना चाहिए, उसके आधार पे जांच होना चाहिए. कोशिश की है, 2 बार तो अटेम्प्ट किया है मगर कामयाब नहीं हुआ है. उसके बारे में हमने भी डिस्कशन किया है. जो विक्टिम है वो उसको हमने बोल दिया है कंप्लीट लॉन्च करो, उसके बारे में उसका जांच हो जाएंगे तभी उसका बाहर आएंगे क्या है, इसका पीछे कौन है. नहीं हाँ हो गया, कल ही बात हो गया है. उनका भी कुछ सुझाव है तो देखेंगे. कंप्लीट होना चाहिए पहले, उसके बाद जांच होनी.
Satish Jarkiholi, one of the senior most leader, he is one of the prominent minister. उन्हें स्टेटमेंट दिया है तो सच रहता है. कौन है, कौन कर रहा है हनी ट्रैपिंग का किंग पिन, कौन है, इन्वेस्टमेंट कौन कर रहा है, उसका जांच होना चाहिए. आरोप किया हुआ आम आदमी नहीं है, पत्रकार आरोप किया नहीं, आम आदमी आरोप किया नहीं, आरोप किया है वरिष्ठ नेता है.
Senior cabinet minister Satish Jarkiholi had confirmed that couple of his cabinet colleagues are the victims of the honey trap. Meanwhile, on the floor of the House, Cooperative Minister Rajanna himself has accepted that he has been the victim of the honey trap and is also said, and his son is also victim of this, and has also said one more very important aspect that more than 45 senior leaders and national leaders are also the victim of this honey trap, and is also demanded Honorable Home Minister Parameswar that this matter needs to be dealt seriously and thorough investigation is required. So cut across political party, everybody is of the same opinion because this kind of episode was unheard of. honey trap on cabinet ministers and MLAs, it's really unheard of. Bharatiya Janata Party and all political parties, we demand a serious investigation has to be taken place. I demand that CBI is the right authority, appropriate authority to carry out this investigation.
ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಈ ವಿಚಾರ ಅಷ್ಟು ಲಘುವಾಗಿ ತಗೋಬಾರದು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಗೃಹ ಇಲಾಖೆಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಚಿವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದರ ಜೊತೆಲಿ ಪ್ರಥಮವಾಗಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಭಾಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಮಧ್ಯ ಬಂದು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೇ ಒಬ್ರು ಶಾಸಕ.
My colleague Mohammad Wajiullah is joining us live on the broadcast. Wajiullah, very good morning to you. First up, it's a very serious issue. Some big allegations, in fact, claims have been made by the leaders and MLAs over there. It's not an issue about just one political party, but a lot of them, right? Now, we are hearing that the Chief Minister has already said that Home Minister has ordered a high-level probe in this particular issue. But why not a judicial inquiry into the matter?
Well, yes, that has been the demand of the opposition. They've also gone on to say that it should also be handed over to the CBI. But that is something that the current government is looking into. They've said that so far nobody has come out and given a complaint. But Rajanna has expressed what has happened in the house with regards to honey trapping. He's reiterated that it's not one or two people who are getting honey trapped, but there are close to 48 people whose name have come up. And these are people who are not just ministers, but who are also advocates, who are judges, who are people with senior post IAS officers. So these are the people who are getting honey trapped. And yesterday we heard various voices, and today, right now, as these visuals are going on our screen, this is the current situation at the Vidhan Sabha right now. There is a ruckus all over. Marshals have been called in. The opposition has surrounded the speaker and is demanding an action in this entire case. The Chief Minister has reiterated that nobody will be spared. As soon as a complaint is filed, an investigation will begin. Even Parmeshwar yesterday has reiterated that an SIT will be formed. But the BJP and the JDS, on the other hand, have got ammunition with this particular issue and have cornered the government, asking for a CBI probe and an immediate action on whoever is involved in it, an investigation. So far, nobody knows who are the people who are involved in this entire honey trap case, whether it is just one person who is doing this or a group of people who are trying to implicate ministers and other top bureaucrats, or whether it is an act of an individual within the government, or it is an act of somebody outside the government. We've seen previous instances where names like Munirathna had come out with regards to honey trapping and how they were involved in such activities. And yesterday also, when this issue had cropped up into the house, Munirathna got up and even cried and got emotional, saying that he has also been blamed for honey trapping, and his image has also been tarnished by somebody else's doing. So now this issue has snowballed into one of the largest issues in the state. We had already seen how a price rise was something that had been that the opposition was cornering the government with, but this honey trap issue has now snowballed into a bigger crisis for the government.
Absolutely. Wajiullah, you please stay on with us. In fact, we have got the visuals that you were just speaking about. This is the one coming in from Vidhan Sabha, a complete pandemonium over there. These are the live visuals that we are flashing on our viewers' screen at the moment. Complete chaos in the house. Opposition leaders ghirawing the speaker. Marshals have been called in. We can see through the visuals that the papers are being thrown at the speaker as well. Chief Minister of the state sitting over there getting pretty agitated because of the entire ghirawing that happened around the speaker and all of that paper throwing that is happening on the speaker as well. Let's also listen into what exactly panned out.
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಮೋಟಾರ್ ವಾಹನಗಳ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಸುಧಾರಣೆ ಮತ್ತು ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ವಿಧೇಯಕವನ್ನು ಮಂಡಿಸಲು ಸಭೆ ಅನುಮತಿ ನೀಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹೌದು ಎಂದು ಸೂಚಿಸಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವದ ವಿರೋಧವಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂದು ಸೂಚಿಸಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವ ಹೌದು ಪರವಾಗಿ ಇದೆ ಎಂದು ಭಾವಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವ ಹೌದು ಪರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವ ಹೌದು ಪರವಾಗಿದೆ. ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವ ಅಂಗೀಕೃತವಾಗಿದೆ.
Wajiullah, Vajula, coming back to you, the visuals that you were just speaking about, these are the live visuals that we have taken up from Vidhan Sauda. It does look like it's only becoming chaotic even further, with all of them ghiraoing the speaker and throwing papers at him as well.
Well, yes, among this uproar, two bills were also tried to be tabled, and the opposition did not allow. You can see how our leaders from the opposition, because it is zoomed out, we are not able to see who are the leaders who are throwing this paper on the speaker. But as you can see, the situation in the House itself, it clearly gives you an indication that the opposition is not going to budge when it comes to this particular issue. They seem to have cornered the government and the speaker in the House and are demanding that an action should be taken and a discussion should be done on the honey trap issue. As you can see, this particular visual where the marshals have put their hand in front of the speaker while the speaker is also speaking. It is said that they have adjourned the House for 15 minutes as we speak. Among this uproar, they had also tried to table the 4% reservation bill in the House, along with various other bills. But because of the uproar that is happening right now, as we see on our screens, the House has been adjourned for 15 minutes. So it's clear with the intention of the government, with today being the last day of the House, the opposition wants no stone unturned and wants to make sure that they end the House with making it clear that the honey trap issue is one of the biggest issues, and how can ministers in its own in the government can get honey trapped and get all these calls where they are blackmailed into things like this. So the issue is
Absolutely.
100% snowballed, and with the House being adjourned, now we'll have to see what happens after it resumes after 15 minutes.
Absolutely, Vajula. And while we were speaking, we have got this big update also coming in that the reservation bill of 4% quota for Muslims have also been passed. Could you share more detail on that aspect as well?
Well, yes, among the chaos, as we can see, while the speaker was speaking, he even tried to table this particular bill on the floor of the House so that that could also be passed. But because of the ruckus that was happening there, he had to make sure that apart from that, the MLA salary bills that we had also spoken about was also one of the bills that they tried to pass, but they were not able to do this because of the ruckus that happened in the House. And we'll have to now get clarity, because both these bills that were tabled in the House, keeping in mind that the current government was sitting in its position, a vote was also done, and it has been passed, is what I'm getting to know from my sources, because these are live visuals that we are seeing on our screens of the ruckus that is happening at Vidhan Sauda. We'll have to get a little more clarity, but from what I've got to know from my sources is that both these bills, the MLA salary bill and the 4% reservation bill in procurement and in goods and services, which also holds up to other categories of SC, ST, OBC's category 1A, category 2B, have also been passed. Now, these visuals of the CM also being out and protected by his own leader, while the opposition is also cornering both the CM and the speaker, is a clear indication what is happening in the House and how chaotic the situation is getting with regards to this honey trap issue.
Absolutely. And, Vajula, you have spoken about the 4% reservation bill that has been passed. Apart from that, you also touched upon how the salary bill has also been placed and passed. Could you tell us more about that while we are showing the live visuals on our viewers' screen? Can we speak about the MLA salary bill that has also been placed on the table and has been passed too?
Well, yes, MLA salary bill is something that was discussed yesterday, and the government had decided to increase the salaries of the MLA. And the reason why this was done, because it had not been done for quite some time, and among the time when there is a lot of crunch in the government, when the burden is coming on the people with regards to a lot of price hikes that we are seeing around. This particular decision by the government on increasing their own salaries was something that was a surprise move. Now, what the government has done with regards to salaries is they have increased the salaries. Let me just. They have increased the salaries of almost every minister's, MLAs. The chief minister's salary is also been raised to 1.5 lakh is what we've been told. So this was one of the bills that was there with regards to the whole concept of making sure that the MLAs who've been there get a salary hike also. So this was one of the bills that was presented and tabled by the speaker while the ruckus was happening, and it was also passed because the majority is there with the government with 140 seats right now. And as we know, as we have learned that this bill has also
A complete pandemonium there inside the house is what we are picking up through the visuals on our screen at the moment. Vajula, while we speak about the MLA salary bill as well as the 4% quota bill, could you also tell us what bills are likely to be there on table, what all has been passed, what all is likely to come up today? Because the proceedings are looking a bit difficult looking at the visuals that are appearing on our screens at the moment.
ಸಭಾಮತಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕುತ್ತೇನೆ. 2020 ಸಾಲಿನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ವಿಧಾನಮಂಡಲ ಸಂಬಳಗಳು, ನಿವೃತ್ತಿ ವೇತನಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಭತ್ಯೆಗಳ ತಿದ್ದುಪಡಿ ವಿಧೇಯಕವನ್ನು
Vajula, can you hear me? Vajula, can you hear me? I think we lost connection with Vajula over there. But as you can clearly see through the visuals, a complete chaos there inside the house. These are the shots that we have picked up from Vidhana Sauda. In fact, BJP MLAs are in protest over the honey trap allegations which were brought in inside the house. Chaos prevailed in the Karnataka Assembly after the revelation of Karnataka Cooperative Minister K.N. Rajanna alleging a honey trap attempt was made on him. BJP legislators raised loud slogans down, down as some of the members also held CDs and some of the pen drives in their hand claiming that they had proof of those allegations of honey trap which were brought to the light. They then stormed into the well of the house as the chief minister was also speaking, and at the moment you can see through the visuals that the papers are being thrown at the speaker. The marshals have been called in. Legislators gherowed the speaker, and amid the chaos we have picked up that the 4% quota for Muslim, that particular bill has been passed along with the MLA's salary bill, which was also placed on the table and has also been passed. So let us walk you through how this pandemonium sort of broke out. MLAs from various parties in Karnataka basically alleged that attempts were being made to honey trap people in Karnataka to achieve certain political goals. Now, State's Home Minister G. Parameshwara supported the opposition's claim and also assured that a high-level probe into such cases will be brought in. And responding to all the allegations, Parameshwara stressed the need to curb such tendencies. My colleague Gautam, in fact, is joining us now on the broadcast. Gautam, we are looking at complete chaos inside the house, but amidst all of that, we also heard of the bills being passed. Now, the proceedings are looking a bit difficult, but what more bills are we expecting to be brought to the table for the further hearing?
So right now, amidst the chaos that is erupted over the honey trapping case, which is basically K.N. Rajanna, the cooperative minister, he is said to be the victim here, and he's made it open as well. And right now, what we understand is the 4% reservation for minorities has been basically they have tabled it and passed it in the assembly. Amidst all of this opposition that we are seeing on our screens, the government has taken advantage of the situation and made sure that okay, anyway, this situation is not going to get better, and this is the last day of the assembly session as well. So they have tabled it and also passed it in the assembly. So the next step is to get it passed in the council, after which it will go to the governor. And the same with the salary bill as well, which proposes almost 100% salary hike for the chief minister, the MLAs, the ministers, everyone, and 100% salary hike amidst the kind of financial crunch that the state government is seeing. That is something that has come under intense criticism. It's very strange that this is the time that the Karnataka government has chosen to do this as well. Now they have basically amended the Karnataka minister's salaries and allowances amendment bill, and also the legislature's members' salary, pensions, and allowances as well. So it's not just the salary; it's also the perks that these MLAs and the elected representatives will be getting. All of this will see a big hike here, and the timing of this bill being presented and passed is something that needs to be questioned. But amidst all of this, we also need to keep in mind that the Congress government has come under fire here once again, because there are 48 MLAs the MLAs are claiming that they have been honey trapped, or some sort of CDs or sleaze CDs exist, and these honey trap incidents are being used to sort of blackmail them. And K.N. Rajanna is the latest. Now an SIT probe has been ordered by the Home Minister Dr. G. Parmeshwara. We'll have to look into it. The Chief Minister Sidramaya has also said that he's going to ensure that justice will be done, and there's no question of protecting anyone. But the fact that it is K.N. Rajanna, the cooperative minister, who is a confidant of the Sidramaya, who's made the allegations, is something to be take very clear note of, because he has been very vocal against DK Shiv Kumar, and has also tried multiple times by going to Delhi to get him replaced as well. So, whose name will surface in this allegation of honey trapping? That will be a crucial thing to watch out as well. Yes, Sakshi.
Right, Gautam, amidst all of that, since we are, speaking about what K.N. Rajana has said, but let's also speak about something eyebrow-raising and something very indirect that has come in from Basangauda Patil Yatnal also. He said that this honey trap or this blackmail tactic is being played to sort of eliminate the political rivals. Does that not look like an indirect jibe at the current government?
It is. It's no longer when Basangauda Patil talks, he doesn't mince his words. And it's a direct jibe, it's a direct allegation that someone within your government is the one responsible for this. He had also earlier in the past spoken about Karnataka becoming a factory for CD and pen drives and all such as well. So he's basically, while he's fighting his own battle with BJP, Basangauda Patil has come out and in support of K.N. Rajanna here, saying that there should be a special investigation to see who is behind this honey trap operation. And he says that it cannot have been done without someone from the government itself, and which is a very serious cause for concern, that an MLA or a minister targeting his own cabinet colleagues. It's a serious issue for the state government to look into at this point, and we'll have to see what is the special investigation team that will be formed in this regard, and what action will be taken as well. But so far, Dr. G. Parmeshwara has said that he has going to simply act on the complaint, and right now he has no evidence to show that there was an attempt to honey trap. So when he receives all of that, who will be part of this? Because since it's a very political issue, the formation of this SIT will be very important as well, and BJP may have a say on this matter as well, Sakshi.
Gautam, please stay on with us. Vajiola, I believe, is back with us on the broadcast. Vajiola, you told us last that the House was suspended for 15 minutes. Can you tell us the latest, if the parliamentary proceedings have begun again, if they have been resumed?
Well, as we speak, the parliament is still adjourned, but what we also know is that the salary bill has been now passed, which is confirmed now, and this was passed amidst the commotion that was happening, which is right on our screen. Two bills were passed while this was happening. One is the Muslim reservation bill, which allows them for procurement and in goods and services for both SC, STs, category 1A, category 2B. And we've also learned is that R. Ashok is giving a statement outside the house with regards to what happened and why this commotion broke out, and why the opposition had decided to do this ghirao of the speaker while the discussion was going on, because they wanted a discussion on the honey trap issue. There is information that what R. Ashok is saying to the press is that Siddaramaiah had an idea about the entire allegation that Rajanna has given. So these are a few things that the opposition is speaking right now outside the house as we speak. But what we clearly can understand right now is that the opposition has got has got an ammunition against the government with regards to the honey trap issue. And now with the government increasing the salary of their ministers by more than 100% is also another issue that will be used by the opposition, because this is a time when we are seeing a lot of price hikes and burdens on the public. Yesterday, with KERC increasing 36 paisa per unit on electricity, then you have the BMRC increasing their ticket prices. You have BMTC prices increasing. You have stamp duty prices going up in the entire budget. So with all this burden, solid waste management cess also has been added on the public. And now, in amidst all of this, the ministers have increased their salary, which will also be a burden on the exchequer, because the salaries also will come out from the pockets of the exchequer. So these two bills have been passed at a time when the situation in the house was not proper. There was no discussion and chaos. And on the other hand, it has also been passed at a time when there's already a lot of burden on the public. So these two things are happening right now. We'll have to see what R. Ashok is speaking as outside the assembly, because the opposition is out. There is a 15 minutes adjournment. So we'll have to make sure, we'll have to wait and watch what is happening right now, and how long will it take for the house to settle down, because it doesn't look like with the situation that we are seeing on our screen, the house is going to settle down in the coming few minutes.
Right, Vajiola, and I'll request you to please track all of the latest updates that come in from the House. And Gautam, I'll request you to please stay on with us on the broadcast. At the moment, we are slipping into a very short commercial break. We'll be back with more news and headlines on the other side.